Welcome back to the class physics. This is Ramesh. Last class we ended with what? The energy density of an electromagnetic wave. In this class I continue with that energy density. The energy density of the electromagnetic wave is nothing but it is the sum of the energy density of the electric field vector and the magnetic field vector. Okay. The energy density of the electromagnetic wave is also written in another one form, that is UE, the energy density UEMW. The energy density of electromagnetic wave is nothing but which is equal to E vector cross B vector by mu naught. This is one of the expression to represent the energy density of the electromagnetic wave, E vector cross B vector by mu naught. Okay, this is about energy density of the electromagnetic waves. Okay. Then what is the intensity of the electromagnetic wave? Intensity. Intensity means what? Intensity means the energy carried by the electromagnetic wave per unit area per unit time. Per unit area per unit time. What is this? The energy carried by, intensity is equal to energy carried by the electromagnetic wave, energy carried per unit area per unit time, that is E by A into T, that is intensity. Consider if electromagnetic waves are coming, for example UV rays are coming. In that I made one area whose area of cross section is 1 meter square, that is per unit area of cross section. In the per unit area of cross section, that means 1 meter square electromagnetic waves, the ultraviolet rays are coming which carries energy. We are calculated that energy in 1 second. That means the energy coming in a area of cross section of 1 meter square in 1 second. The area in which energy is coming is 1 meter square. The time is 1 second. So we measure the energy coming from the sun in a particular area of cross section which is 1 meter square in 1 second. How amount of energy is coming, we calculated, that is called intensity. So the intensity is energy carried by the electromagnetic wave per unit area per unit second. Per unit area means 1 meter square, per unit second means 1 second. So in 1 second, how the amount of energy carried by the electromagnetic waves in a 1 meter square area of cross section, that is called intensity. So the definition of intensity is I is equal to E by A into T. That is the intensity of electromagnetic waves. So electromagnetic waves having intensity also. We know very well about the electromagnetic wave propagation. What are the parameters we can find out in an electromagnetic wave propagation? We can find out the wavelength, lambda. Okay, there is a frequency. There is a frequency in the electromagnetic wave. There is a wavelength in the electromagnetic waves. There is an amplitude, that means maximum peak value of electric field and peak value of magnetic field, E naught, B naught. We can find out these things. By the propagation of electromagnetic waves, we can find out E naught or B naught. Okay, both E naught and B naught. We can find out E naught and B naught. Okay, E naught and B naught. Then lambda wavelength, frequency. Then what? Velocity also we can find out. Angular frequency omega equal to 2 pi. Then the propagation constant K. All these are, we are able to find out all these things using a wave equation. That means when an electromagnetic wave is propagated, we can find out what is the velocity of the electromagnetic wave, what is the wavelength of that wave, what is the frequency of that wave, what is the peak value of electric field, what is the peak value of magnetic field, and also we find the intensity by using this expression. So electromagnetic waves carries energy, it have energy density, it also having intensity also. So electromagnetic waves having energy density is find out with the help of energy. Okay, then the electromagnetic waves having intensity also. Then the next factor is what? Electromagnetic waves possess momentum also. Momentum. What is the formula for momentum? The formula for the expression for linear momentum for any material object is P is equal to mv. We know very well it. We studied in the 10th level. Mass into velocity. If any particle having mass and it goes with the particular velocity, then its momentum remains constant. The momentum of a particle remains constant when the particle moving with a constant velocity. So if a material object having momentum, if a particle having momentum, if light is considered to be a particle, that means photon, it has some momentum. Definitely it have momentum. Okay, but here it is wave. The electromagnetic waves, light is a electromagnetic waves. Is electromagnetic waves possess momentum? That is the question here. Is electromagnetic waves possess momentum? Is electromagnetic waves having mass? No. Then velocity? Yes. But mass is zero. So momentum is zero, isn't it? No. 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 The electromagnetic waves having it possess momentum. How, sir? Because it carries energy. Electromagnetic waves having energy. So they are moving with energy. Electromagnetic waves are propagating with energy. It is moving with energy. It is a transverse wave. Okay. What is the expression for energy? The expression for energy is kinetic energy and potential energy. The part of the kinetic energy, the part of the energy is half mv square. So the full of energy is taken as mv square. Mv square can be written in terms of mv into v. So this mv is what? This is momentum. So electromagnetic waves carrying energy, in the part, a part of the energy is nothing but momentum. So electromagnetic waves possess momentum. So electromagnetic waves possess momentum. Electromagnetic waves having momentum. It is a wave. It moves with a constant velocity. It has no mass, but it has no mass or negligible mass, but it has momentum. Why? Because it carries energy. A part of the energy is momentum. So the electromagnetic waves having momentum also. Okay, by this expression, mv, p equal to mv, multiple and divide by v, mv by v. mv is the momentum, we multiply this with v. So what? P is equal to mv. Okay, mv into v, multiple and divide by v, mv square by v. Here mv square is what? Momentum. So u, mv square is momentum. So mv square can be written in terms of energy, u by v. V is the speed. What is the speed of the electromagnetic waves? The electromagnetic waves travels with the speed of light. So we can write c. U by c. Energy by speed is known as what? That is momentum. That is a new expression. One of the new expression for momentum, particularly in wave. If you want to find the momentum of a wave, electromagnetic wave, we can make use of this expression. P is equal to u by c, where u is the energy, c is the speed of light. Energy by speed is equal to momentum. Energy by speed is equal to momentum. Usually we are using this formula. Okay, I agree. P equal to mv. This is the linear momentum. When it is used in for any material object, any particle, but it is in that case, this is a electromagnetic wave. So electromagnetic wave possess momentum. If you want to find out the momentum, you can make use of this expression. P is equal to u by c. It is one of the most important expression. Okay. In de Broglie wavelength of matter waves, the expression is P is equal to h by lambda. Or h is the Planck's constant and lambda is the wavelength of the waves, matter waves. Okay. Here P equal to what? U by c. U is what? Energy. So energy, we can write u or e. Anything is right. C is the velocity of light. E equal to h nu. Energy of each photon is h nu. C is what? C is what? C is the velocity of light. This is what? Nu by lambda. C is a constant. Nu is inversely proportional to lambda. Nu equal to C by lambda. C equal to nu lambda. Yes, C is equal to nu lambda. Sorry. C is equal to nu into lambda. Nu get cancelled. So h by lambda. P equal to h by lambda. So these two expressions are similar, which represents the same thing. P equal to h by lambda. What it represents? Here lambda is the wavelength of the electromagnetic waves or any waves. It may be a matter wave or electromagnetic wave. The wavelength is lambda. P is the momentum. If the momentum is higher, wavelength is lesser. If the wavelength is higher, the momentum is lesser. The momentum and the wavelength are inversely proportional to each other. The momentum and the wavelength. What is the relationship between momentum and wavelength? If the wavelength is higher, if an electromagnetic wave having higher wavelength, it possesses less momentum. But it possesses momentum. It possesses less momentum. Okay, this is about momentum. So electromagnetic waves having intensity, energy, intensity as well as momentum. Okay. The next what? Next is when an electromagnetic wave, for example UV rays, light waves, okay, ordinary light or UV rays, anything, it is coming from the space. You just show your hand in front of the electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic radiation or waves coming and touches your hand, touches your palm of your hand. Its momentum increases or decreases? Its momentum decreases because you are striking the electromagnetic waves coming. The electromagnetic waves travels with the velocity of light. You are striking the electromagnetic waves, then its momentum immediately goes to zero because the velocity is zero. So immediately their momentum changes. What happens? If the momentum changes with respect to time, that is called what? Change in momentum with respect to time is known as what? Change in momentum with respect to time is known as, you know very well, change in momentum with respect to time is known as what? dP by dt is known as force. Yes, it creates force. Okay. So when an electromagnetic wave coming, you are stopping with the help of your hand. So the momentum of electromagnetic waves immediately changes. It goes to zero, for example. So there is a large change in momentum with respect to time. It immediately produces force. Where it produces? It produces force particular in an area. It produces force in a particular area. So force per unit area is known as what? That is known as pressure. So electromagnetic radiation possesses pressure, produces radiation, pressure also. Pressure is there, yes. If you go in a sunny day and you feel so hot, why? That is because of the radiation pressure. Electromagnetic rays are coming with higher amplitude. That means high electric and magnetic field vectors. You are standing in a sunlight and you are stopping the passage of the electromagnetic waves. That means you are changing the momentum of the electromagnetic waves with respect to time. That produces a pressure. Changing the momentum of the electromagnetic wave with respect to time, that is known as force. That force per unit area is known as pressure. So electromagnetic radiation produces pressure. We feel the pressure, but it is negligible. But we feel, yes, we feel the pressure. Pressure in our palm, yes. Pressure in our body, we can feel. We may feel, yes. So electromagnetic waves produces pressure. It has the ability to produce pressure because of this change in momentum with respect to time. Change in momentum with respect to time is known as force. Force per unit area is known as pressure. Okay. How the electromagnetic waves momentum changes? If the electromagnetic waves are coming, you are striking the electromagnetic wave with the help of your palm, then the momentum, the change in momentum is how much? It comes with the momentum of P equal to U by C. It comes with the momentum of P equal to U by C. Yes, that is the momentum of an electromagnetic wave. P equal to changing. P equal to U by C. This is the momentum of an electromagnetic wave where it is coming. When these electromagnetic waves strikes your hand, that momentum becomes zero. So the change in momentum is U by C. U by C. So there is a less change in momentum. Whatever it is coming, that is the resultant. So the change in momentum is comparatively less. It produces less force. So the pressure is also less. Okay. So we feel lesser pressure in the hand. Suppose you are handling or you are placing a reflecting mirror, perfectly reflecting mirror in your hands. This is to be a perfectly reflecting mirror. Now the electromagnetic waves are coming here and striking the reflecting mirror. This reflecting mirror does not absorb any energy, so it reflects back. So when it comes with the momentum of U by C, it goes with the same momentum U by C, because no energy is absorbed by the reflecting mirror. So coming U by C, the momentum, going with also U by C. Then what is the change in momentum here? dP is equal to U by C minus of minus U by C. Why I am putting negative sign here? Because the change in the direction. So the total change in the momentum is U by C minus of minus plus U by C equal to 2U by C. Here the momentum is twice than that of the previous case. Here the momentum is twice than that of the previous case. So here the change in momentum is greater, so it produces higher force. The force on the mirror is much large, double times large than the force on the hand. So the force on the reflecting mirror is large, so it produces high pressure, because force per unit area is known as pressure. If the area is same, it produces high pressure. This is about momentum of electromagnetic waves. Okay. Electromagnetic waves not only produces linear momentum, it also produces angular momentum also. So in this class we will discuss about the electromagnetic wave properties. It have able to produce intensity, energy, momentum, force. Change in momentum is known as force. So it produces pressure also. All these things we will discuss here. It will be really helpful for your exams also. So you please first understand the concepts and go through the book. It will be very helpful for you. Okay, in the next class we will going to discuss about electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, till that, thank you for listening. Thank you my dear friends. Thank you my dear students. Bye.